A very lovely hello to all my class 10th titans, all board warriors 2027. So before I start this live session, the important session of quadratic equation, please let me know everyone, everything is fixed, my voice is reaching to you all, I am audible and I am clearly visible to you all champions. So please confirm me quickly so that I can proceed with, I can move ahead in this live session of quadratic equation HOTS plus competency based questions. Okay, so in this live class, in today's class, I'm going to solve important top hot questions and of course competency based question as per the CBSE requirement for the board 2027, because you all know the pattern has little bit changed. You all will be getting a lot of value based question, case study based questions, competency based questions in your exam, in your board exam. Okay, so yes, tell me guys, I'm waiting for your response. Is there everything fixed? I hope there is no any technical issues. You all can hear me. Okay. Yes, so just wait a little while, 1 to 2 minutes, so this other can join, everyone can join here. Everyone could join. Okay, join fast everyone, class 10 champions, class 10th titans, everyone. So this session is going to be very important because I'm not going to teach anything here. I'm going to solve HOTS question, classy questions, quality questions of quadratic equation, and of course along with HOTS few competency based questions also I'm going to solve here in this live session. So I hope you guys are sitting with your notebook and pen, and it would be very nice of you guys if you solve the questions along with me, right? Okay, so let's start the session. So moving to the first question of today's class, look at the question number 1. Look at the question number 1. Find value of p for which the product of roots of the quadratic equation px square plus 6x plus 4p equals to 0 is equal, okay, to the sum of the roots. So basically there is a quadratic equation given here, and the condition is the product of roots, can you see here, the product of roots of this quadratic equation is equal to the sum of the roots. Very easy question. If the product of roots is equal to the sum of roots, so my dear, you know, in quadratic equation, sum of roots is equal to minus b by a, and product of roots in any quadratic equation, if you do c by a, so this will give you the product of roots, right? Sum of roots is equal to minus b by a, and the product of root is equal to c by a. Now in this question, the product of roots, it means minus b by a, is equal to the sum of roots, it means c by a, right? So according to question, we can put here, according to question, minus b by a, which is sum of roots, is equal to product of root, which is equal to c by a, right? Minus b by a is equal to c by a. Now where is b? Where is b? B is 6, so we can write here minus 6 divided by, where is a? A is p here, okay. Now is equal to c. Where is c? C is 4p, entire 4p, complete 4p is c, because this is, we know the general format of quadratic equation is this. This is the general format of quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? So the last family is complete c. So 4p c by a is of course p. So p cancel here. We can cancel this p. Now this is p and this is also p. Now minus 6 is equal to 4p. So here we can write here p will be equal to minus 6 divided by 4, and which is equal to minus 3 by 2. So the answer we have, p will be equal to minus 3 by 2. I hope you have understood the question. There is nothing challenging in this question, right everyone? Class 10th warriors, class 10th champion. In this question, one quadratic equation is given to you, and the condition given here is the product of roots is equal to the sum of roots, So we all know sum of roots is minus b by a, product of roots is equal to c by a. Now according to question, putting both equal to each other, minus b by a will be equal to c by a. Now after doing the basic mathematical calculation, we got b here. Yes, everyone, clear to you? P is equal to minus 3 by 2. Clear to everyone? Any problem to anyone? Please let me know. If any problem is there, please let me know, sir. Please revise again. Please explain again. I could not understand the topic. I couldn't understand the concept, sir. Please tell me again. You guys can raise your problem in the chat section. I'm looking at the chat section continuously. If you are having any problem, any doubt, you can ask directly. Your satisfaction matters a lot. Your satisfaction is important for me. Okay. I hope this is clear to you all. Okay. Okay, moving to next question. Look at question number 2. Question number 2. Okay. If the equations x square plus kx plus 64 is equal to 0 and x square minus 8x plus k is equal to 0 have real roots, okay, have real roots, then what is the value of k? My dear, some student may be thinking this question is very easy, but if you will be solving this question, there is little trick in this question. There is a small trick in this question, right? And what is that trick? Let's solve. So my dear, two equations given here. The first equation is x square plus kx plus 64 is equal to 0, and other quadratic equation is x square minus 8x plus k is equal to 0. Now, my dear, can you see here? Both the quadratic equations have real roots. Real roots. What does it mean by real roots? We are not talking about real and equal roots. We are not talking about real and distinct roots. Only one information is given here: have real roots. Have real roots. So the quadratic equation may have real and equal roots, and it may have two distinct real roots. But whether the roots are equal or distinct, this is not clear. But real roots, this is clear. And for what is the condition for real roots? So if the quadratic equations have real roots, it means that their discriminant, so I'm calling discriminant of first equation as d1. d1 will be greater than equal to 0. And similarly for this quadratic equation also has real roots. So d2, discriminant 2 will be greater than equal to 0. Discriminant cannot be equal to 0, cannot be less than 0. Right, so discriminant will be greater than 0 because the situation is real roots, and I'm calling this equal to also because the roots may be equal also, the roots may be identical also. So that's why I'm taking here d1 is greater than equal to 0. Now apply d1. So what will be d1 here? So let me use yellow color. Okay, so d1 is equal to, we all know d1 formula is b square minus 4ac. So d1, b is what? B is what? Here b is k. So k square minus 4. Where is a? A is, there is nothing, so coefficient will be 1. And where is c? C will be 64. Right, so d1 is equal to k square minus 64. So according to this situation, we can write here k square minus 64 is greater than equal to 0. So minus 64 will go there, right? So k will be, a square is there, so we can write under root here, this is 60, so under root 64 will be there. So k will be greater than equal to what? Plus minus, this is 64, and we all know the root, this is 64, k square, so the root 8 is 64, so we can write here this. I hope this is clear to you all. K square plus 8x plus kx plus 64, so b square minus 4ac, b square, b is k, b square minus 4ac, so we can write k square is greater than equal to 64, so k will be greater than equal to plus minus 8. This is clear. Okay, now moving to next. Where is d2? Where is d2? d2 is there. Now my dear champion, let me tell you one thing. d2 will also be greater than 0. d2 will also be greater than equal to 0. Can you please do question number 1 again, Sandhya? Yes, Sandhya, I can do. Just wait a little while, let's complete this question, then I'll explain that question for you. Sandhya, stay here. Okay, d2 will also be greater than equal to 0. Why? Because this quadratic equation has also real roots, and this is the condition for real roots. Discriminant must be greater than 0. Now, what is discriminant? B square minus 4ac. So where is b? B is minus 8 square minus 4a. Where is a? A is 1 here. A is 1. And where is c? This c. C is equal to also k. K is greater than equal to 0. Now solve this. So k square, 8 square will be 64 minus this is 4k, which is greater than equal to 0, right? So minus 4k will go there. Okay, so 4 will come here. So 64 divided by 4 will be greater than equal to 0. Hence it will be cancelled. So basically 16 is greater than equal to k. It implies that, listen champion, focus here. This k is greater than equal to 8, right? And here k, here this k, this is k here this k is less than equal to 16. It implies that k is less than 16, right? And according to that situation, k is greater than 8. K is greater than 8. And here one more situation, k is less than, less than, only take only one situation, don't take another one, because there is only one. Okay, so my dear champion, if I ask you here, k is greater than plus 8 and k is also greater than minus 8. Now compare both situations, this one and this one, which is validating. Here k is less than 16, and here k is greater than 8. K is less than equal to 16, and here k is less than equal to 8 plus 8. So k can't be greater than minus 8. Here the situation is k is greater than minus 8. Right, my dear champions? So this is when we combine both, k is greater than 8 and k is smaller than 16. So if we combine here both situations, so k will be equal to 16. I hope you are getting my point. Yes, can you please, who is this? Yes, sure. Just wait a little while, everyone. I hope this question is clear to you all. Yeah, tell me, if anyone is having any kind of problem, please tell me. I can explain this question again for you all. I can explain this question again for you all. Yes, tell me. Yes. See, one thing that you should understand is here, this basically we have just made a small mistake here, and the mistake is basically very silly. Let me show you here. This is 4ac. So if you multiply here, listen, if you multiply this 64 into 4, so the result will be, this is, I know this is the reason why you guys are a little bit confusing. So leave it, this answer, just for a little while. Come on, look at here. If you look at here, this is 4 into 64, this is basically equals to 256, right? So k square minus 256 is greater than equal to 0. Why? Because the roots are real. Now minus 256 will go there, greater than equal to 256. So k will be greater than equal to under root 256. So here k will be greater than 16. Now here k is less than 16, less than equal to 16, and here k is greater than equal to 16. In first situation k is greater than equal to 16, and in second situation k is less than equal to 16. So which is common in both, and the common is equal to 16. Come on, we cannot take individual k is greater than 16, k is less than 16, but equal to is common in both. Are you getting my point? K equals to 16 is common in both. So that's why k is equals to 16 is the answer. K equals to 16 is the answer. Yes, Sandhya. Sandhya, let me explain question number 1 for you. I hope this question is now clear. There was a little error in the calculation. 64 into 4 will be 256. That's why we are getting this situation. In earlier, in previous solution, by mistake, we have just only written 64. We forgot 4 to multiply. That's why the result was little different. Okay, I hope now clear. Moving to next. Someone is asking in chat section, sir, could you please explain the question number 1 again? Okay, let's look at the question. My dear, the question is, find the value of p. So we have to find out the value of p, and there is a quadratic equation given to you. And for this quadratic equation, the condition is product of its roots is equal to the sum of its roots. This condition is given to you. The product of roots of this quadratic equation is equal to the sum of its roots. So we all know champion, product of roots. Here the question is product of roots is equal to sum of roots. Sum of roots, this is given here, and we all know product of roots is equal to minus b by a, and the sum of root is equal to c by a. And what is ABC? ABC, AB are the coefficients, and C is the pure constant. Come on yaar, we can directly cancel also. A will be cancelled because in both the fraction denominator is A, so A will be cancelled. Now where is B? B is equal to this 6. The coefficient of x is called B, so this will be minus 6. Where is C? C is equal to this, the last term, 4p. Now, can't you do this mathematical calculation? Can't you do this mathematical calculation? Yes, of course you can. So P can be written as minus 6 divided by 4. 3 to the 6, 2 to the 4. So P is equal to minus 3 by 2 is the answer. I hope, Sandhya, your doubt is clear now. P is equal to minus 3 by 2. Yes, Sandhya, is it clear? Give me confirmation in chat section. Yes, sir. Now my doubt is clear. Moving to next. This question is also clear. Moving to next. Wow. Question number 3. Yes, my dear class 10th champions. I know you all will be writing your board exam for the first time in your life. The first board exam. Everyone is expecting a lot from you, your parents, your relatives, your friends and all, because this is your, of course, first time board exam. So you guys will be writing your board exam in the year 2027, next year. But the preparation is started. So you have to be very serious, confident, determined, focused, and of course motivated. Okay? And you all required systematic approach, systematic methodology, and some strategy to ensure your preparation well, right? There is no shortcut. We all know to get anything in life, we have to, do a lot of hard work. We have to put a lot of efforts, and with proper strategy, with proper planning, right? So, yeah. Okay, let's solve this question. Question number 3. If the roots of the quadratic equation, okay, this quadratic equation given here, this is the quadratic equation till here is equal to 0, are equal. Okay, the roots are equal. Okay, find P. So first we have to find out the value of P, then find the roots. Okay, after finding the value of P, we have to find out the roots also. So let's solve. My dear champion, if this is quadratic equation, so what will be A? The coefficient of x square is called A. So this entire will be A. Right? Let me use another color. So this entire except x square, everything will be A. Here except x, everything will be B. And the last term is called C. So identification of A, B, C should be clear. Then only you will be able to apply the formula and putting the values. If you don't know, if you don't have clarity of A, B, C, how will you able to find out the value? You cannot. So A, B, C should be clear. Okay. Now if the roots of this quadratic equations are equal, roots are equal, what does it mean by this? It implies that their discriminant will be equal to 0. The discriminant will be equal to 0. This is the condition for real and equal roots. For real and equal roots, discriminant will always be equal to 0. So we have formula for discriminant, b square minus 4 ac is equal to 0. Now I have already make you clear how to identify a, b and c. So this entire is b, and if b is in negative form, so make sure to take as it is in negative form. So b is equal to minus 6 under bracket p plus 1 whole square. This is b square, right? Entire b minus 4. Where is a? this entire family is called A. So A is equal to P plus 1. Where is C? This entire, the last family is called P. So this is 3P, 3 out of the bracket, and P is inside the bracket. So 3 into P plus, that is 9. P plus, this is 9 by the way. Don't get confused, this is not Q, this is 9. So P plus 9 is equal to 0, perfect. Is this P plus 9 on P plus Q? Let me confirm again in the question, guys. Let me confirm this is P or 9, because it looked like I mean the data entry operator may also made mistake here. It may be Q also, so let me clarify. Okay, let me clarify, guys, just a minute. Is this P or 9? Let me clarify. Six into, yeah, that is 9, of course. That is 9 by the way, champions. Okay, so don't get confused. That is 9. Okay, so this is 9 here. Now solve this. So this bracket is under whole square. So minus 6 square will be 36. And P plus whole square will be P square plus 1 plus 2P. Right? Now solve this. 4 3 are 12. So this is 12. And multiply these two brackets. So P into Q. This is P. Let's don't multiply. Write it as it is. P plus 1 and this is P plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay. Now my dear champion, one thing is clear here. Just imagine this is 36 and this is P plus 1 whole square. Don't expand this, write as it is. Why I'm writing as it is? Because you know here is P plus 1, here is also P plus 1. So we can take common. So minus 12 P plus 1, P plus 9 is equal to 0. Now can you see here in this family there is something which is common. So 12 is common and one thing also common, P plus 1. So after taking 12 P plus 1 common, what will be left here? 1, this is 3, P plus 1 will be there, because we have taken common 12 and 12 3s are 36. And we have taken P plus 1 square, only P plus 1. So there will be 1 P plus 1 remaining there. Minus 12 has completely taken common. So minus, this is P plus 9. So this will be there, P plus 9 is equal to 0. I hope this is clear to you all. Now solve this. So this is 12 P plus 1 and kindly open the bracket here. So 3P plus 3 1 ja 3 and here is minus P and here is minus 9 is equal to 0. On solving this, what we are getting here? 12 will go there here and 0 divided by 12 will be 0. So we can directly write only 1 P plus 1 and here what we are getting? 3P minus P will be 2P and this is plus 3 and this is minus 9. So this is plus 3 minus 9 will be minus 6 is equal to 0. Now we have two brackets and both the brackets are in multiplication form and equal to 0. It implies that P plus 1 will be equal to 0. So if we are writing here P plus 1 equals to 0, it indicates that P will be equal to minus 1. And if we put this bracket equals to 0, 2P minus 6 is equal to 0. So 2P will be equal to 6. So P will be equal to 3. So we have two values of P, but P is equal to minus 9 will not be the value of P. Why? Because if we put P is equal to minus 1 here in this equation, come on, look at here in this equation. This is P plus 1 x square is there. So if you put here minus 1 plus 1 x square, oh my god, this entire family will become 0. And if this entire family will become 0, the existence of this quadratic equation will be vanished. So we cannot consider P is equal to minus 1. So only the value of P will be equals to 3 will be there. Why? Because at P is equal to minus 1, this quadratic equation is losing its identification, its identity of quadratic equation. So P is equal to minus 1 is invalid. P is equal to minus 1 is invalid. So we cannot consider this. So only value of p will be p is equal to 3. Now put p is equal to 3 here, because we have to find out the roots also, So now we have p, so we can put here p. So p is equal to 3. So what will be the quadratic equation? This is 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 will be 4. 4x square minus, this is 3 plus 1. So 3 plus 1 will be 4. And 4 6 are 24. 24x plus here, this is p plus 9. So p is 3. And 9 plus 3 will be 12. And 12 3s are 36. So we have 36 is equal to 0. So at p is equal to 3, the equation will be looking like this. Will look like this, right? Now can we take common 4? 4 we can take common. So this equation will look like again x square minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So this is very simple equation. We can apply middle term splitting method. So 9 1 ja 9. So we can make the pair of 3 3. 3 into 3 is 9 and 3 plus 3 will give you the middle value, which is 6 there. So x square minus 3x plus 9 is equal to 0. And now we can take common x. So x minus 3 here, and again here we can take common 3. So this is x minus 3 is equal to 0. So both the brackets are identical, so we can pick any one, and they can be written in single bracket. So again x minus 3. So on writing this is equal to 0, x we are getting as 3, and on writing this equals to 0, x we are getting 3. So both the roots are 3 3. So this is the solution. Hi, can you please do hi Divyanshu? We are hacker. Oh great. So I hope this question is clear, right? So let me give you short overview about this question again. So basically in this question, one quadratic equation is given here, right? And its roots are equal. The roots of this quadratic equation is equal. So if the roots are equal, we can put d is equal to 0. The discriminant will become 0. And we have the formula for discriminant b square minus 4ac. So after putting the formula 4 square minus b square minus 4ac equals to 0, b is what? Coefficient of x is x. So this is b here. A is what? Coefficient of a, x square. And c is what? This entire family. The last family is called c. So after putting the values, after solving the mathematically, we have two values of p. P is equal to 1, minus 1, and p is equal to 3. But p equals to minus 1 will be invalid for this situation. Why? If we consider p as minus 1, now if we put here minus 1 plus 1 will become 0. So the x square will be vanished, because 0 into x square will be 0. So entire identity of quadratic equation will lose, right? So we cannot consider p equals to minus 1. So the only value of p will be, considerable value will be p is equal to 3. Right. So after putting the value 3 here, this equation will look like this. And now you have a pure quadratic equation. You can find out the roots, because we had to find out the roots also in this question. Yes, clear everyone? Clear to you all everyone? I hope this question is clear. If you all are enjoying the session, give me thumbs up. Yes sir, clear. Sir, can you do question number 3 question again? Bro, this is very easy question, champion. The roots are equal. So I have used here the formula for discriminant. The discriminant will become 0, because the roots are equal. And we know the formula for discriminant is b square minus 4ac. Now what is b? B is the coefficient of x. What is a? A is the coefficient of x square. And what is c? C is the pure constant. So by putting the values, doing the basic mathematical calculation, we got p is equals to minus 1 and p equals to 3. But p equals to minus 1 will be invalid. We cannot consider this. Why? Because at p equals to minus 1, this whole family will become 0. So the quadratic equation will not exist at all. But we need the existence of quadratic equation, so we can ignore this value. So only considerable value of p will be 3. So on putting 3, we got equation in proper format of x. Then we have solved, and the roots are plus 3 and plus 3. Clear everyone? Moving to next. Wow, this is good question. Age-based question. Age-based question. Everyone, please read the question carefully first. Please read the question calmly. Cool. Be cool. And read the question. What is the question? The age of a man is twice the square of his son. 8 years hence. 8 years hence means, what does it mean by hence? Hence means after. Hence means after. After means we are talking about future. We are talking about future. And the age of a man is. What does it mean by is? Is means present. We are talking about here present situation. And from hence means future. Right? Okay. Okay, very good, Divyansh. Perfect. Now, so the age of the man will be 4 years more than 3 times the age of his son. Find their present ages. My dear class 10th students, listen. Whenever any question that is related with age concept, based on age concept comes up in front of you, if the question of age based question has come up in front of you, so what you need to do? Always make sure to identify how many peoples are there in the question. Come on. What should be the first step? Identify how many people, how many individuals, how many persons are there in the question. Whenever age-based questions comes up in front of you, right? So in this question, the age of a man. So there is a man, there is an adult man, and a square of his son. Son means there is one more guy. So in this question, there are 2 persons. One is father, and other is his son. 2 persons are there, and some stories are there, some conditions are there given there. My dear champion, do you know their present ages? You don't know their present ages. We have to calculate. Just listen. Simple question. If I ask you how old I will be after 6 years, so can you please guess my age after 6 years or after 5 years? You cannot. Or if I ask you the question how old I was 3 years back, 3 years ago, what was my age? You cannot answer this question because you don't know the present ages. If you don't know the present ages of a person, how you can find out the age after 3 years? How you can answer the age before 3 years? You cannot. So in age-based questions, what you need to do? Always suppose the present ages as X and Y. So in this question, how many persons are there? 2 persons, father and his son. Father and his son. So what you need to do? Please suppose the values. So suppose let father's present age, let the father's present age be X years. I have supposed X years, and son's present age be Y years. My dear class 10th titans, without assuming the present ages, you cannot write the equation. And if you cannot write the equation, how is it possible to solve the equation to find out X and Y? You cannot. Sir, take 2 chapters in mathematics for class 9th. Sir, take 2 chapters in 2nd chapter. That is, I have already uploaded 2-3 videos on that. Hi, Muthu. So you are talking about introduction of polynomial, I hope, right? So I have uploaded few videos, introduction of polynomial. Hi sir, hi Venkatesh, hi Venkata, thank you. Okay, so my dear, I have supposed here the father's present age be X years and the son's present age be Y years. My dear, if you don't suppose the present ages, you cannot write the equation. And without equation, this is not possible for you to find out the present ages. So to form the equation, we have to suppose at anyhow X and Y, the present ages. Now read the question carefully. Read the question slowly. The age of a man is twice. Means present. We are talking about present situation, present time. So the age of a man, and we have supposed the father's age is X. So according to question, the age of a man is, means X is equal to, right? Twice the square of his son. So what is the present age of son? We have assumed Y. And what is the square? A square will be Y square. But twice the square. So we have to put here twice. Twice means multiply. Twice means multiply by 2. So X is equal to 2Y square. This is the first condition. Now read the second situation. 8 years hence, 8 years means 8 years hence means after 8 years. We are talking about future. And do you know, champion, here in this question, father and son both are human beings. So if after 8 years, father will be 8 years older, so son also will be 8 years older because both are human beings. Getting my point? If the father will be 8 years older, so son will also be 8 years older. If we are talking about 8 years from now, 8 years in future. So both the ages will be increased by 8 years. Now the question is 8 years hence the age of man, it means age of x, x is present. So after 8 years we can write x plus 8 is equal to, means will be 4 years more. 4 years more, more means add, more means addition, and what we have to add? 4 years. So we have to add 4. For to whom this 4 will be added? 4 years more than the 3 times the age of his son. 3 times of age of his son. So 8 years now, son will also be, what is the present age of son? Son present age is y. So 8 years now, he will also be 8 years older. So this equation, 8 years hence, the father's age will be 4 more. So that's why we are adding 4. 4 more, 3 times. Can you see here? 3 times the age of its son. So his son will also be 8 years older. That's why I'm adding here 8 also in y. Now please modify this equation, make it short. So x plus 8 will be equal to 3y, and 8 3s are 24 plus 4. Can we please solve this? X plus okay, take numbers one side and variable one side. So let's do this. So x is equal to 3y, what is this? 24 plus 4 will be 28, and this 8 is coming here. So 28 minus 8 will be 20. So this is second equation, right? So now we can substitute. X is equal to 2y square. So we can substitute. So we can write here, I'm doing here. So substituting equation 1 in 2. So where is 1? This is 1. We have to substitute this equation in 1. So x will be replaced by this entire 2y square. So we can write here 2y square is equal to 3y plus 20. So this family will go there. So 2y square minus 3y minus 20 is equal to 0. Now solve this. 2y square minus 3y minus 20 is equal to 0. So we can use this 20 into 2. 20 into 2 will be 40. So we required pair of a number for 40 whose multiplication will be 40 but whose difference will be the 3. So I hope you can understand 8 and 5 is the perfect pair, because if we multiply 8 into 5 the result will be 40, and the difference of 8 and 5 is middle value. So 8 and 5 both are the appropriate value that we required. So we can put here 2y square and 3 will be replaced by 8 minus 5, and this is called middle term splitting method, because we are splitting the middle value. Y minus 20 is equal to 0. Can we please open the bracket? So this is 2y square minus 8y and minus plus 5y minus 20 is equal to 0. So now what to take common here? 2 is common and y is also common. So we can write y minus 4, because 2 4 is 8. And here from this we can take common 5. So this will be y, and 5 4 is 40, 5 4 is 20, sorry. So we have two brackets, y minus 4 and one more bracket 2y plus 5. So after putting the value, this is equal to 0, this equals to 0, we have y is equal to 4, and if we put this as 0, we have y is equal to minus 5 by 2. But y is what? Y is the age of the son. So age cannot be fraction. So fractional value will be ignored, because we are talking about age. Age cannot be in fraction. If I ask you, what is your age? So you are not going to give me answer, sir, my age is 3 by 2, my age is 7 by 2. Age is all comes in whole number. So y is equal to 4 will be considered here. So if y is equal to 4, what will be x? So x will be equal to, this equation we can use 2y square. So x is equal to 2 into y we have is equal to 4. So 4 square, and 4 square is 16, 16 to the 32. So x is 32. Now in word problem question, whenever you find out age and speed or anything is there, so make sure to write the final answer in words. Make sure to write the final answer in words also. So here in this question, so the father's present age is this is father's present age. We have suppose x as father, so 32 years, and son's present age is how much? How much is the age? 4 years. So this is 4 years. This is the answer. I hope this is clear to you all. Yes, sir. Hi, Muthu. Introduction to linear polynomial. Yeah, Muthu, please go to the channel. Please have a look to the channel. We have already uploaded few videos on this chapter. Class 9th Introduction to Linear Polynomial. I hope the video will be very helpful for you. I think you should go to the channel. Have a look. Yes, clear everyone? I hope this question is clear to you. So in age-based question, whenever age-based question comes up in front of you, my dear champion, always let the present ages first. Because without assuming the present ages, you cannot write the equation, you cannot form the equation. And if you cannot form the equation, how you can solve the equations? How you can solve the situation? You cannot. Moving to next. Wow, good question. This is purely competency based question. So let me mention here, this is purely competency based question. Competency based question. Such questions will be coming in your board exam. Yes, my dear. Such type of question like this. Okay, so the question is, the graph below represents the path of a ball thrown by Ankush. The maximum height, so where is the maximum height, everyone? Please listen. This will be the maximum height. There is a boy here, this is Ankush. This boy, this is Ankush, and Ankush is throwing a ball, and this ball is making a curve. In science, such type of curve is called projectile motion, projectile curve. This trajectory is called projectile. So, okay, the maximum height, this will be the maximum height. The ball reaches with respect to time is represented by this, okay? So h is on y-axis, so ht, it means this is y, and x-axis is represented by time. So, oh, this is quadratic equation. Come on, this is very good question. So h in terms of t is equal to minus t square plus 19 by 4t plus 5 by 4. So the student who have already watched my one of the video of quadratic equation one shot, I have taught you there. Yes, the properties of quadratic equation. The quadratic equation always makes curve. And here, can you see, this quadratic equation is in the terms of t, and t square is in negative form. And if t square is in negative form, that's why the curve is, opened downward direction. Because t is in negative. I hope you remember in quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If you remember, when a is greater than 0, the curve comes up like this, right? And when a is less than 0, the quadratic equation's curve will be this form. And I had already told you there in that video, these 2 points are the zeros. These are the zeros. These 2 points, this point and this point are zeros. And at this point, height will be 0. The y-axis will become 0. So in this question, if we consider this ht as 0, so we can solve this quadratic equation. And here in this question, the quadratic equation is in terms of time, and time is on x-axis. Yes, who is this? Hi. So please, let's solve this. So minus t square plus 19 by 4 t square plus 5 by 4 will become equals to 0. Right, now take LCM 4, so 4 will be multiplied here, minus 4t square plus 19t square plus 5 will be equals to 0. After taking LCM, 4 will be multiplied here and 4 will go there, so 4 into 0 will become 0. Now, this negative sign is little disturbing the equation, so let's multiply with negative to entire equation. So this will become positive 4t square, this will become 19t square, and this will also become minus 5 equals to 0. Let's solve this quadratic equation. So if we solve this quadratic equation, this is the product of 4 and 5 will be 20, and 20 can also be written in the pair form 20 into 1. 20 1s are 20, and 20 minus 1 will give you the middle term, which is 19 there. So 19 can be replaced by 20 minus 1, t square minus 5 is equals to 0. Let's solve this 4t square minus 20t square, and minus minus plus t square, minus 5 equals to 0. Can we take 4 common? 4t common. So this will be t, this will be t, and this will be minus 5. We have taken here, this is 4t, oh this is t, my dear champion. Why we are writing t square again and again? This is t, okay? Don't write here t square, this is t. I hope this is clear, everyone. This is t, okay? Now, so this is t minus 5, and here we can take common 1, so this will be t minus 5. So we have two equations, we have two brackets. So the first bracket is t minus 5, and other bracket will be 4t plus 1 equals to 0. Now putting the values equals to 0, this whole bracket, we have t is equal to 5, and we have one more t which is equal to minus 1 by 4. T cannot be negative. T can't be negative, so we can ignore this value. So the time period is equal to t is equal to 5. So this coordinate will be 5, because I have already told you, whenever you draw the curve of any quadratic equation, the x-intercept will give you the roots. X-intercepts gives roots, right? This is the roots. So here in this question, minus 1 by 4 will come here negative. So if we complete the diagram, this will be the negative, because x here, this is origin, so this side will be positive, this side will be negative, and this is 5 here. This is 5 here, so this is 5 second answer, right? So the time taken by the body, by the ball, to do this entire journey, so the figure is not to scale, okay? How long it take for the ball to reach the ground? Means after throwing the ball, when the ball was thrown by Ankush, how much time the ball will take to reach the ground again? So the answer will be 5 seconds. So time taken by the ball to reach the ground again is what? 5 seconds. This is the answer. I hope this question is clear to you all. Hi everyone. I hope this question is clear. This is purely competency based question, everyone, because this is a real life situation. Anyone from you might throw any stone or ball in this way, so the ball will be making projectile trajectory. So how much time the ball will take, if the equations will be given to you in the terms of t here. So this is all about here. At this point ht will be 0, but this point will be x coordinate. This point will give you the roots 0. Clear, everyone? Very good question, quality question, very very important. I can say very very important question. Okay, moving to next. Wow, HOTS. This question will fall in the category of HOTS, higher order thinking skill. Yes. Who can solve this question? Lot of students are here. Yes, tell me. Is there anyone who can solve this question? So basically the question is 3 into 3 to power 2m, okay, plus 11 to power, it look like that 3 to power m is also present here. So can we modify this equation like 3 into 3 to power m whole square? Because once you take power and one more power, the power gets multiplied. So if power, the whole power of 3 is 2m, so we can also write m to power 2. Why I am writing? Because 3 to power m is also present here, and this is 11 3 to power m is equal to 4. Okay. So my dear class 10th champions, whenever such questions comes up, variable, this is the general condition in mathematics when the variable is having some power 3, but here the constant is having the power of variable. So whenever any number, any constant value is having some power in the form of variable, so always assume the whole family as with new variable. Assume 3 to power m, just imagine, assume 3 to power m as a new variable x. Let assume 3 to power m as x. So we can replace here. So this will become 3 into 3 to power m will be replaced by x whole square plus 11, and this will be replaced by x. So this will be 11x is equal to 4. Now solve this. So this will be 3x square plus 11x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now you have a simple quadratic equation. So we have modified this scary, this very, very danger equation in very simple format. And this was the target. It should be your target first. How to modify this very danger equation in form of very simple equation. So this is the simplest format. Now solve this quadratic equation. So 4 3 are 12. So for 12 we can make pair of 12 and 1. 12 1 are 12 and 12 minus 1 will give you the middle value. So we can solve this. 3x square plus 11 can be written as 12 minus 1. X minus 4 is equal to 0. Let's solve this. So this will be 3x square plus 12x minus x minus 4 is equal to 0. So can we take common 3x? So we can take common 3x. So this will be x plus 4. Here we can take common minus 1. So this will be x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now solve this. So we have first to bracket 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1, and we have one more bracket here, x plus 4 is equal to 0. So here from this bracket x will be equal to 1 by 3, and from this bracket x will be equal to minus 4. Now this x is equal to here minus 4. So minus 4 can't satisfy this equation, so we can consider x equals to 3. So let's put here. So but because in this question we have to find out the value of m. The question is find out the value of m. So let's put the value 3 to power m is equal to x. So x we have is 1 by 3. So we can write 3 to power m, 3 to power minus 1, because there is nothing, so power 1, and if 3 to power 1 will go up, so power will become negative. So the bases are same, so m will be equal to minus 1. This is the answer. M is equal to minus 1. M is equal to minus 1. I hope this question is clear to you all, everyone. We can verify whether this m equals to minus 1 is satisfying the situation or not. Verify. So 3 to power 2 into minus 1 plus 11 into 3 to power, this is minus 1. Let's solve this. So 3 into 3 to power 2 minus 1, 2, this is 2 into 1 will be minus 2, 2 1 are 2, and this is 11, 3 to power minus 1 can be written as 11 to power 11 by 3, and this is 3 to power minus 2, 3 to power minus 2, 3 to power minus 2 can be written as 3 to power 2. The power will become negative if we take that in denominator form, plus 11 by 3. Now solve this. So we can cancel this. So 1 by 3 plus 11 by 3. So this is 3, 11 plus 1 will be 12. Oh wow, the answer is 4, and the right side was also 4. Hence verified, m is equal to minus 1 is the correct answer. Moving to next. The roots of the equations below are real number. Okay. So one equation is given to you. This quadratic equation is given to you, everyone. 2x square minus 20x plus c is equal to 0. This is given here. And one more information which is already provided is roots are real numbers. The roots of the equations are real numbers. For what value of c the roots will be equal? The question is for what if the roots are real, so this is clear that d will be greater than 0. So we can write d is greater than or equal to 0. Why? Because real and the roots will be equal. So for equal, the roots should be equal to 0. D should be equal to 0. This is the situation. When the D is equal to 0, then only we can say, hi, Sri Lakshmi. Yeah. So my dear champion, this quadratic equation is given to you. The question is, for what value of C, the roots will be equal. So we all know when the roots will be equal to each other in quadratic equation, when the D is equal to 0. D is equal to 0. Then only roots will be equal. And for real, what is the situation? D should be greater than 0. for distinct. So we can write d is greater than equal to 0. So now where is d? We have d, b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, because we are talking about equal roots. So for equal roots, d is always equal to 0. So b is what? B is minus 20 whole square minus 4a. A is what? 2. And c is what? C is as it is, c is equal to 0. So minus 20 square will be 400, and minus 4 to 8c is equal to 0. 8c will go there. So 400 is equal to 8c. So c will be equal to 400 divided by 8, and which is equal to 50. So the answer is 50. So c must be equal to 50 if you want the roots of quadratic equation will be 0. I mean the roots will be equal. So to make the equal roots, c must be 50. Then only this equation will give you equal roots. Yes, everyone clear to all? Now one more question. Find all the possible values of x. So my dear, this is competency based question. Again, this is purely competency based question, and this will also fall in HOTS category, higher order thinking skill. This is good question, very good question. Look at the question. Find all the possible values of x for the following equation to be true. Okay, so we have to find out the value of x. For that, this equation will satisfy, this equation will become true. To get the equation's condition true, what should be the value of x? So look at the question. Let me use another color. I am using here yellow color. So the question is under root 15 minus 2x, right? And minus x is equal to 0. So for what value of x this equation will satisfy true? What should be the value of x? So let's find out. One thing is clear here, champions. If this entire family is under root, so it implies that 15 minus 2x must be what? Non-negative value, because that is present inside root, non-negative value, and it implies that 15 minus 2x must be greater than 0. Of course, because this entire family is present in root, so it implies that that value should be greater than 0, because under root any number under root can't be negative. That is complex situation which is imaginary, so that has to be greater than 0. So my dear, 15 will be greater than 2x. So we can write here x will be greater than 7.5. I hope this is clear to you all. X must be greater than 7.5. This is clear here according to this question. Now solve this. Okay, so we can take minus x that side. So we can write here 15 minus 2x is equal to x. Can we please square both sides? So squaring both sides. Okay, so squaring on both sides, so root will remove 15 minus 2x, and this x will go in a square format. So x square can be written as x square plus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. So can we please solve this? This is 50, middle value is 2, and this is 15. So 5, 3, we can take 5, 3 pair. 5 into 3 is 15, and 5 minus 3 is 2. So this is the this is the appropriate pair, 5 and 3. So 5 and 3 will be, this 2 can be written as, split as 5 minus 3x minus 15 equals to 0. And please open the bracket, x square plus 5x minus 3x minus 15 equals to 0. So what will be the scenario? Can we take x common here? So this is x plus 5, and we can take here common minus 3. So on taking minus 3 common, this will be x plus 5 equals to 0. Right. So we have two brackets, x minus 3, and one more bracket, x plus 5 equals to 0. So if we write here x is equal to 3, and here x will come as minus 5. So now listen, champion, what was the situation? X must be greater than 7.5. So x must be greater than 7.5 means both values are satisfying, this and this. 3 is also smaller than 7.5. Sorry, x must be smaller than 7.5, and minus 5 is also smaller than 5. Now we have to check here whether this value or this value is satisfying. Let's put here value. So verify the first value. Under root 15 minus 2 into 3. Minus 2 into 3. So I am verifying this value first. So under root 15 minus 3 to the 6. And this is 9. So which is plus 9, and we can write plus 1 is 3. And on putting 3, so this will be 3. So 3 minus 3 will be 0. So 9 is positive, so this value is satisfying. Now verify the second situation. X is minus 5. If we put here under root 15 minus 2 into minus 5. Minus this is minus 5, right? So this will be 15, and minus will be positive. 5 into 10 will be positive, and minus plus 5. So under root 10 plus 15 will be 25, and 25 plus 5, 25 under root will be 5. So this is 5 plus 5, which is equal to 10. Not satisfying. Not so we are getting 10 here. So x equals to minus 5 is not satisfying. So the value will be plus 3. This is the answer. Yes, anyone, any problem? I hope this question is clear to you all. I hope this question is clear to you all. Listen, champion, this is minus 3 here. Minus 3 also. So root 9 means 3. 3 minus 3 will be 0. So this is satisfying. So this value is satisfying. This is not satisfying. So the value will be the correct answer. Show your steps and give valid reasons. So we can write here the value, the under root 15 minus 2x must be non-negative value. Non-negative means 15 minus 2x should be greater than 0. So we can write here 15 will be greater than 2x. So x will be less than 7.5. And x will be less than 7.5 means 3 is satisfying the situation. Okay, moving to next question number 8. So my dear champion, question number 8 is very important question. And I'm giving you this question as your homework. So in every live classes, I used to give you a simple question for your homework. Very simple question. Try this question. This is tap water question. So this is tap water concept. So don't get confused, champion, and don't feel, demotivated. I'm here. If you guys will not be able to solve this question comfortably, if you might be stuck somewhere, this question may be, challenging for you. So don't worry. In the next live class, I'll solving this question. And yes, why I'm giving you this question? Because I want to check your caliber. How much, how serious you were in my live session. So let's do, and I'll be waiting for the answer for this question, everyone. Stay blessed, everyone, and stay connected with this channel, Deeksha Vedantu, because this channel is dedicated for the preparation of your board exam. All the teachers, all the faculty members are putting their complete effort. They are dedicatedly doing a lot of research, and of course they are providing you the quality contents that may help you out for the preparation, a strong foundation for your board exam 2027. Stay blessed and stay connected. Bye bye. Take care of yourself. Listen your parents, and of course take care of your health also. Thank you.